Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Spoiler alert, the conclusion of Loki Season 2 was as emotionally charged as it was narratively significant, as it demonstrated that not only is the multiverse here to stay, but also that the very being keeping it together and saving countless lives is the same one who once ended lives remorselessly and thirsty for power. Although the Season 2 finale of Loki powerfully transforms the once major villain of the MCU into arguably its most important hero, can he lift Mjolnir? The once great god of mischief resigned himself to sit alone at the end of time, holding the branches of the multiverse together to save the TVA, his friends, and multiple realities from being torn apart. The theme of the MCU has been the intricacy of being a hero, and Loki's conclusion emphasizes this, because they demonstrate that being a hero is something you choose, not something you are, and that heroes don't always make the right choices. The majority of MCU heroes have dark pasts and weaknesses that make them more interesting to watch. This difficulty has been cleverly visualized by being able to hoist Mjolnir. Despite their amazing feats, the majority of the Avengers are unable to hoist Mjolnir. This power is reserved for those who are considered deserving. Given Loki's amazing sacrifice, it's intriguing to wonder if he could remove the charmed hammer. After the conclusion of Loki Season 2, Mjolnir's MCU story hints that Loki would be deserving. In the MCU, Mjolnir has been used by unselfish individuals, which seems to be a prerequisite for someone to be considered a hero. For instance, Mjolnir did not consider Thor deserving of his return until he had demonstrated his willingness to give his life in order to defend the people of Earth. Because Steve Rogers consistently stood up for the underprivileged against injustice and was prepared to risk his life to further the common good, he was able to raise Mjolnir. Jane Foster later demonstrated her deservingness by valiantly fighting to save the new Asgardian children while she was terminally ill with cancer. Hela is the lone exception to this rule, as her immense strength allowed her to both lift and smash Mjolnir. Given this background, Loki appears deserving of lifting Mjolnir following the conclusion of Season 2. Over the course of his series, Loki discovers that connection, rather than power, is what he really wants. It is natural that he should be able to lift Mjolnir, given that he gave up his one and only chance to connect in order to rescue the multiverse. And since Loki is able to prevent the multiverse from collapsing, it is obvious that he is now one of the most powerful characters in the MCU, even if Mjolnir does not think that deed was selfless enough. After Season 2, Loki ought to be able to wield Mjolnir if Hela is strong enough to do so. Thor and Loki's reunion is made much more intriguing by Loki's MCU changes. Even though Loki's future in the MCU is currently unknown, a reunion with Thor would be appropriate if he does make a comeback, as Loki's being worthy of lifting Mjolnir would be a significant development for their bond. Even after all of Loki's evil deeds, Thor has always had respect for his brother. Feeling disappointed that Loki appeared to have taken a negative turn, he pleaded with him to reverse his course, never losing faith. Thor would feel gratified knowing that his brother had finally lived up to the heroic potential. He had always recognized if he encountered a Loki variation with Mjolnir abilities,